Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and wherever this video finds you. I'm Dr. Lisa, and welcome to Theta Healing Tuesdays. So, take a nice deep breath as I was just doing. And I'm going to start us with a meditation momentarily. And all of what I'm doing here today is going to be related to the Theta Healing modality. Particularly, what I love about the downloads with Theta Healing is that if there is something in your neural net pathways or in your behavior, for instance, that is hard or struggling, and it's been a struggle or hard for you, let's say, all your life, what we can do actually with this energy healing modality is actually teach your neural net pathways a new behavior, a new habit. And that's called a download. So a download can simply be a belief system of, let's say, I am beautiful. And let's say you actually never thought you were beautiful, or frankly, maybe you were told that you weren't beautiful. If you were told that you weren't beautiful, or if you never thought you were beautiful, then in your neural net pathways, which impact your body, which actually impact how you walk out in the world and in all your relationships, like for instance, if someone says, wow, you look great today, and you say something like, oh, there must have been something in the water, or you make some sarcastic joke that kind of dismisses their compliment of you, that's a behavior pattern and a download that you don't actually have to be able to receive compliments, receive that you're beautiful, and actually acknowledge it physiologically, physically, energetically, vibrationally, in your aura and out in the world. So Theta Healing downloads actually give your neural net pathways that behavior, that habit, that pattern that you may not have had. So the belief that you are beautiful, the belief that you are worthy of love, the belief that you are lovable, those are like personal beliefs. Let's say something about money. How many people in the world, and how many of you have struggled over the years with your financial flows, your financial reality, your money flows? Maybe you feel like you just never had the playbook to create money, save money, budget money, run a business, whatever it is. Downloads could really help with that because they give you something that you don't seemingly have. And it helps create like the cellular memory in your body that you actually have it. So a download can be something like, I know what it feels like, smells like, tastes like. I know how to live my daily life. It's safe and possible for me to live my daily life. And then you just fill in the blank for whatever it is. So these examples of I'm lovable, I'm worthy, I'm beautiful. A download could be like, I know what it feels like, smells like, and tastes like to live my life every day knowing that I'm beautiful. I know what it feels like, smells like, and tastes like to live every day knowing that I'm worthy. I know what it feels like, smells like, and tastes like to live every day to know that I'm lovable. I know what it feels like, smells like, and tastes like that I deserve abundance, that I deserve all good, and those sorts of things. And as I keep talking, I'm already connecting with the energy. So energetically, if you just want to say yes, you will receive these downloads. So let me back up a little bit, because a lot of times, as soon as I start closing my eyes, my guides and the energy of the connection that comes with me and through me, it's not mine. It's what I am connected to. It's what we all can be connected to if we choose. Some people are born with a predisposition to these energetic modalities and energetic healing. And some people, it's more learned. But we all have the capacity to stimulate our intuitive and psychic senses, to connect with the energy that moves through all things. Remember, when I did this Theta Healing Tuesday reset in the beginning of September, I talked a lot about what Theta Healing is and how I came to Theta Healing. So if you want to look back in the beginning of September on these links, I'm sure it might be in the comments. Also, as my staff puts things in the comments about where to find these videos and things like that, you can find the previous versions and get a little introduction around Theta Healing. Essentially, it's a meditation to guide you with physical, psychological, psychological, and spiritual healing. Okay. I'm going to give you a meditation, going to do some downloads, and then you go about your day, I go about my day, and we'll all feel a little better, if you will. What else do I want to say about that? Oh, when we get into a meditative state, mostly you'll see me like this with my eyes are closed. I will say something like, say yes to receive. You can write it in the chat if you're listening live, or, even if you're listening to the recording, you could say it out loud. Little public service announcement. If you're listening to this while you drive, do not close your eyes, and maybe don't listen to it live if you're driving, or if anything operating heavy machinery, things like that. What else can I tell you? Today's a very happy day in my family because it is my spouse's birthday. So we've had a lot of fun celebration this morning. So I got an extra smile on my face, which I always do when I'm giving and celebrating someone else or something else that I love or believe in. And I always have a smile on my face when I'm talking about Theta Healing. Now, I chose money and downloads on money and some on investments, but mostly on abundance and prosperity. And there's about 5 pages of downloads that I have here that I will see what we can get through. And again, so I'm going to do the meditation. I'm going to what's called walk you all up with me, if you will. You don't necessarily have to. You can sit there and just receive and say yes, but I'm going to connect. And then I envision connecting this energy of the creative energy that moves through all things to everyone that listens and turns on this video feed, whether it be for a minute or however long I go here, so that you receive the downloads. And if you don't want to, not to worry, because Theta Healing is created with the universal law of free will. So it will not come in and touch your energy field unless you say yes to receive. And that is a pet peeve of mine. Don't ever just let anybody do anything in your energy field. Always feel free to ask questions and make sure that your free will is honored. And what I simply mean by your free will is your yes is a yes, and that means go. Your no is a no, and that means no, stop. And that is very important to energy healing specifically, or to any kind of healing. And just boundaries in relationships are good. They're self-care. How do you expect people to know how to work with you, treat you, interact with you, if you're just sitting there smiling and inside you're gritting, your liver, if you can actually grit your liver, but gritting your liver and holding on tight and not breathing because you're lying by saying yes when you really mean no. I can't tell you, in over 3 decades now of working in the mental health field, how many people that I have guided, including myself for a long time. I know this intimately, that it might be easier in the moment to say no. To say yes when you mean no, but overall, long term, a lot of people have ended up in my office sick with autoimmune disorders, mostly because they've said yes when they mean no. and they've said no when they mean yes. Believe it or not, that's really a key to healing. So let's get into some downloads and some theta healing. So feel free to kick back, sit back, lay down, whatever works for you. I'm going to close my eyes for a moment. I'm going to take a nice deep breath, and I encourage you to do the same. Wherever you're sitting or laying on, feel your back against the chair or the couch. Feel supported wherever you are. If your feet are on the floor, be supported by the earth underneath you. And take a moment to now feel earth energy breathing up through the bottoms of your feet all the way up to the top of your head. Close your eyes and lift your eyes up as they're closed inside your head, as if you're looking up. Come out the top of your head in a beautiful ball of light. In that beautiful ball of light, just let your soul and spirit, if you will, float up, 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 up to the sun, the stars, the moon, the sky, and then beyond the sun, the stars, the moon, the sky, through the universe, through a series of white lights and dark lights and dark lights and white lights and white lights and dark lights and dark lights and white lights. And those are just traveling through the dimensions, but you don't need to know any of this. It's just brain candy. Perhaps you sense or feel or see a jelly-like substance that houses all the colors of the rainbow starting to come toward you as you lift up, 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 up. The ball of light that you're in and this jelly-like substance and you merge now. And I envision like sliding, like on a water slide of colors, through all the colors of the rainbow that are the laws of the universe. At the end of that slide, and how I see it is a beautiful pink light, the light and law of compassion, pink. Roll in that pink light for an extra moment. Who couldn't use a little bit more compassion these days? Compassion is such a strong virtue, dissipates negativity. And then all of a sudden, imagine, if you will, a door opens, a window opens, and you step through it to this pearl, iridescent white light. And I always see a similar view when I get to this point. Is many, many years ago, I had an amazing trip to Bali, Ubud, Bali, where I actually did work with the Wayan healer from Eat, Pray, Love, one of the healers I worked with. And anyway, I was in this landscape in Bali with the ocean, and I was looking out of the ocean, and I just saw all these molecules in this pearl iridescent light glimmering off the water. And it was so bright I had to squint. That's what I see when I enter into the pearl iridescent white light of what's known in the theta healing methodology of the seventh plane. And this seventh plane is the energy, where the creative energy that moves through all things, that keeps us connected on the internet, that keeps us connected on our cell phone, that keeps us connected via cyberspace, as well as the trees, the grass, the leaves, the birds, the ocean, the earth, as well as the chair that I'm sitting on, and as well as every cell of our body contains ATP, adenosine triphosphate, spirit energy, if you will, the creative energy that moves through all things. And once we're connected here, this is where the downloads will come and be gifted to you. And I will stay here. You're welcome to too, while I ask on your behalf and request on your behalf that these downloads that I'm going to read are downloaded into your energy field on the core level, which is the frontal lobe, the genetic level, which is the pineal gland, the soul level, which is the labyrinth in front of your heart center, let's say, and the history level, which is like an upside down U, your aura, where we resolve the energy. So the downloads consists of 4 parts. You read the download, you give it to the 7th plane, and then it comes to you, to your core level, to your genetic level, to your soul level, and then any energy that needs to be resolved through the history of you of all time. Because you if you believe this, you may not have existed just this one lifetime. And so it works 7 generations forward, 7 generations back, and sometimes a lot more. That is the power of a download. So get ready to receive and recharge. Creator of all there is, it is recommended and requested that these downloads are received in the highest and best way, honoring free will. On the core, genetic, and soul level, resolve on the history level, through every muscle, ligament, cell, tendon, organ, and system of these beautiful beings' bodies, in every area of their life, in all languages, in all lifetimes, and amplify it with kindness in their world. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. So let's begin. I know what it feels like for Creator to show up for me consistently now. Say yes to receive. I'm going to read a couple at a time, and then I'll witness the energy coming in for you to receive. I know what it feels like for Creator to show up for me consistently now. I am worthy of Creator showing up consistently for me now. I know what to do with my time when Creator shows up for me consistently. It's safe to rely on Creator. I'm afraid if I rely on Creator, I will be unable to help myself. For that one, we're going to teach you how to live without being afraid if you rely on Creator, that you will be unable to help yourself. I know the difference between relying on Creator and relying on my mother. I know the difference between relying on Creator and relying on my father. And I know the difference between relying on Creator and relying on a person. Say yes to receive. These are all coming in on the core, genetic, and soul level, resolving on the history level, replacing the space with unconditional love through every muscle, ligament, cell, tendon, organ, and system of your body, and removing any non-beneficial energy as the light is brought in. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. If any of you are wondering why I'm using the term Creator, Creator is just the creative energy that moves through all things. It's not attributed to a gender or a denomination. It's simply the creative energy that moves through all things, like ATP. ATP is in the cell of our being. It's in the universe, creates the sky, the water, the earth, the chair, the internet. If there's something that you prefer, that you call the God of your understanding or the creation of your understanding, feel free to substitute Creator for that which works for you. It has no bearing religiously and specifically. Thank you. Take a nice deep breath and we'll keep going. I know how to manifest without having to create my past. Receiving that on the core, genetic, and soul level, resolving it on the history level. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. I have Creator's definition of deciding. My definition of deciding is the same as Creator's. I have Creator's understanding of the role of deciding in manifesting. My understanding of the role of deciding in manifesting is the same as Creator's. I'm going to witness that. And core, genetic, and soul level, resolving on the history level. I work with so many people that say, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. This download for deciding could help them. Creation, manifestation, actualization. There's no force in those. There's just simple flow. Downloads help the flow. My understanding, I have creator's definition of action. My definition of action is the same as creator's now. I have creator's understanding of action. My understanding of action is the same as creator's. I have creator's understanding of the role of action in manifesting. My understanding of the role of action in manifesting is the same as creator's. And I have creator's understanding of when to take action now. My understanding of when to take action is the same as creator's. I have creator's understanding of what actions to take. My understanding of what actions to take is the same as creator's. I know what it feels like to take action now. I have creator's understanding of how to take action. My understanding of how to take action is the same as creator's. I know what action is now. I know how to take action now. I know when to take action now. I know what actions to take now. I know what it feels like to take action now. I know how to recognize what actions to take each step of the way. I do take action now. I know how to know when the actions required to manifest something are complete. My action brings me abundance now, and my action brings me success now. Ooh, that was a mouthful, huh? Say yes to receive. On the core genetic and soul level, resolve on the history level, dissolving and dissipating to the earth any non-beneficial energy, eliminating and eradicating to the light what no longer serves you, filling your space with unconditional love through every muscle, ligament, cell, tendon, organ, and system of your body, and breathing and releasing and letting go, and breathing and releasing and letting go. Imagine now that deciding and taking action and knowing that creator shows up for you as you put into reality what it is that you would like to create or actualize. Imagine what that feels like, knowing that it's going to be. As you receive these downloads, it changes you. And when that changes you from within, the energy you put out in even doing something like alive like this, or interacting with your family, or interacting with your business and your clients, or running to the store, running an errand, all of that actualizes with total ease. It could. It could now. I know what it feels like to allow these downloads that I'm receiving to actualize my heartfelt desires with total ease. I'm grateful and fulfilled, and so it is. Thank you, Creator. Take a nice breath in and receive. And the creative energy that moves through all things, I now request the following downloads to be received. I know who I am, free from lack. I know who I am, free from struggle. I know who I am, free from hardship. I know who I am, free from loneliness. I know how to manifest free from conflict. I know how to manifest free from lack. I know how to manifest free from struggle. I know how to manifest free from hardship. I know how to manifest free from loneliness. I know what to do with myself free from conflict now. I know what to do with myself free from lack now. I know what to do myself free from struggle now. I know what to do with myself free from hardship now. I know what to do with myself free from loneliness now. Say yes to receive. On the soul level, the core level, the genetic level, your pineal gland, and then the history level, resolve these downloads through all lifetimes, dimensions, bodies, and realities, and in the present now. What would it be like? if you actually lived free from lack, struggle, hardship, and loneliness? What would it be like if you knew how to manifest without conflict or lack or struggle or hardship or loneliness? And like, this was fun for me. Like when I read this, now I know to do myself free from conflict now. I grew up in an environment that, it's not really funny, but there was conflict every day. There was violence every day. I was beat pretty much every day for things like dropping things, spilling things, breaking things, just normal kid stuff. I still drop, break, burn today. But growing up, I got in trouble for those on a regular basis. So living was not safe for me. Existing was not safe for me. I had to teach myself. Downloads helped. I had to teach myself to like live without the thought of there being a conflict or some hand or some voice or some problem being created just from existing, which made me feel like life was so unsafe in those early years, the first couple of decades of my life. None of that is actually true, but it took a while for my body to update, and these downloads really helped. Once I got clear here, then I had to get clear here. Downloads, because they're going in subtle energy, the core level, everything we've ever learned from birth to 7 years of age, the genetic level, 7 generations forward and back. I got some crazy in my Italian Irish history that I took one for the team to choose to come back in this lifetime and clear, which I feel very good about. But it was tough growing up at first before I got to this space. And the history level, the things and the lessons you come in with that are on this loop of repeat, these downloads can actually help interrupt that loop of repeat, let alone it's September 2025. And right now, the 23rd, the 27th, the 25th through 27th, actually, of September, with the eclipse, with the equinox, with the 999 portals of completion that are going on right now, we actually have the possibility to really let go of identities that no longer serve us, of patterns of behaving that no longer serve us. I realize that we can do these every single day if we want. We have free will. So we can choose to release a karmic pattern. But some of us don't even know that we have karmic patterns. So sometimes it's helpful to just be reminded of that. All right, take a nice deep breath in. Ooh, let's do this. Let's talk about miracles now. Would you like some downloads on miracles? All right. I have Creator's definition of a miracle. My definition of a miracle is the same as Creator's. I have Creator's perspective of miracles. My understanding of miracles is the same as Creator's. I have Creator's understanding of how to receive a miracle now. Yes, please. I don't care. I'm going to receive a miracle. Why not? It's for anything. Why not? What do you have to lose? I know how to receive miracle nows. Yes, please. I do receive miracle nows. Yes, please. I have Creator's understanding of how to accept a miracle now. Hell yeah. My understanding of how to accept a miracle is the same as Creator's. I know how to accept miracles now. I do accept miracles now. I deserve miracles in my life. And I know how to live my daily life experiencing miracles. I know what it feels like to live my daily life experiencing miracles. It's safe for me to live my daily life experiencing miracles now. I have Creator's understanding of how to share my experiences of miracles with others. I shared with you in the beginning of the month why I love theta healing so much. I was sick and the doctors wanted to take this, that, and the other endocrine system organs from my body at the age of 30. And I said, hell no, they won't go. I really didn't say that, but I think it's because I'm living in Texas right now. So I have a little bit of a Texan accent. Not sure how that happens, but it just does. Hell no. And I went to the Theta Healing Institute, and Vienna took my hand after I told her what was going on. And she said, let's go up and ask God. And I was okay with my understanding of God at that time. I didn't care. I wanted to heal. You could call it whatever you wanted. But yes, I wanted to heal. And the next thing I know, that disease was gone. And those organs that they wanted to take out of my body are still here. Works for me. And if it can work for me, it's a possibility to work for you, and has worked for millions and millions of people to this day. So let's go back to miracles. I have creator's understanding of how to share my experience of miracles with others. Say yes to receive. My understanding of how to share my experiences of miracles with others is the same as creator's. I have creator's perspective of with whom to share my experience of miracles. My perspective of with whom to share my experience of miracles is the same as creator's. And I have creator's understanding of when to share my experience of miracles. My understanding of when to share my experience of miracles is the same as creator's. I can share my experience of miracles with others without being ridiculed now. I know what it feels like to be comfortable sharing my experience of miracles now. And it's possible for creator to show up for me consistently now. So let me just witness all of those downloads being sent in and ready to receive. On the core, genetic, and soul level, resolve on the history level. Remember, the core is your frontal lobe, everything you've ever learned between birth and 7 years of age. So we're giving you these downloads about miracles or whatever else I've said, manifestation in this session. And it's hitting those areas from birth to 7. Genetically, 7 generations backwards and forward. The downloads that I've read here thus far, if you said yes to receive, are going into your genetic level, forward and back. The core genetic, the soul level, which is like the labyrinth on the front of your heart. It's coming into the soul of you of all time. All time. You're getting these downloads. And then the history level is to resolve it. Resolve the history, your soul's lessons, your history level of all time. Right now, with regards to miracles and being shown up for by creator, relying on creator, the downloads about action, decision and deciding, and all those are getting rearranged in your cellular memory right now, if you choose. And I'm going to ask now the ministry of angels, through the connection with the creative energy that moves through all things, to download an instant healing to all of you. Say yes to receive if you would like it. An instant physical healing to all of you. Say yes to receive if you would like it. And I'm going to ask the ministry of angels to show you something beautiful today, to show you a miracle. And in that way, you will know how these downloads work on an energetic and subtle energy way. And you're more than welcome to write the miracle that showed up. I'd love to know about it. Let's take a moment to get ready to close this session here today on Theta Healing Tuesday. I'm going to ask the creative energy that moves through all things to ground you to the center of the earth through your soul chakras and through your coccyx, grounding to the center of the earth. If you are on this planet, you have a place in the earth, and the earth wants to connect with you. I'm going to ask the creative energy that moves through all things on your behalf to balance and align your chakras, polarities, meridians, balance the hormones in the blood, the neurotransmitters in your brain, your right and left brain, and to lubricate all the neural net pathways in your brain with these downloads in the highest and best way for you now, without a healing crisis, and with just the virtues of compassion, kindness, courage, wisdom, bravery, peace, empathy, trust, celebration, and honor. And I would also like, on your behalf, that the Ministry of Angels let you know somehow in their own way, with you and your relationship with the creative energy that moves through all things, that you are loved so deeply and so profoundly. And if you would like to receive that blessing, say yes. Also, to repair any rips and tears in your aura or energy field, strengthen your aura or energy field, and to send one last healing of unconditional love through every muscle, ligament, cell, tendon, organ, and system of your body now. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Take 3 deep breaths. Imagine that you're going all the way back up in that beautiful ball of white light, all the way up to the 7th plane, what's called the 7th plane, that pearl iridescent light. Just be thankful and grateful for this moment of connecting with your soul and your spirit and the God of your understanding. Rinse off, wash off from receiving these downloads, which just kind of is like windshield wiping the bugs off your windshields. Come back down into your body. Place one hand over your heart center looking out, palm of your hand looking out, the other hand coming together. And this is just making the energetic break coming from the spirit world to the physical world. And then put your thumb and forefinger together and pretend like you're zipping your energy field up. Open your eyes, wide awake, refreshed and relaxed, ready to greet the day and see those miracles show up. I wonder what is possible now. Universe, show me something beautiful. And thank you for joining me for Theta Healing Tuesday. If anything comes up for you that you would like some information on, we do have some Theta Healing packages that are just for Theta Healing, just for these resets. No harm, no foul. Just know that it's available. If you'd like to experience and explore more of what Theta Healing can do on a deeper level, feel free to seek that out on my website or emailing customer care at drlisacooney.com. And until then, my friends, until the next time, I'll be here tomorrow with Wellness Wednesday. But for today, expect a miracle. And decide and take action on what has heart and meaning for you. So the reality is, if you don't, who will? Bye for now.